The silent strategy. Ripple's trillion-dollar global payments empire. Ripple has never been shy about its ambitions. From the start, the California-based fintech framed itself as a disruptor, building blockchain rails to move money as easily as email. XRP, the digital asset at the center of its network, was meant to serve as a bridge currency, solving the age-old friction of cross-border payments. But while Ripple's courtroom battles with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission dominated headlines, a quieter strategy has been unfolding in the background, one that may ultimately prove more consequential than any legal ruling. That strategy is built on silence. More specifically, on a sprawling web of non-disclosure agreements, NDAs that cloak Ripple's relationships with the institutions that could decide the fate of XRP. By some counts, Ripple has signed more than 1,700 agreements with banks, governments, corporations, and service providers across the globe. Many are straightforward commercial contracts, but a significant portion are believed to be NDAs, agreements designed not to announce progress, but to keep it hidden. The reasons for this secrecy are as complex as the financial networks Ripple aims to modernize. At one level, NDAs protect sensitive testing environments where institutions experiment with Ripple's on-demand liquidity ODL system without tipping off competitors. Banks rarely want the public or rivals to know when they are testing new rails that could undercut legacy infrastructure. At another level, the NDAs insulate Ripple itself from market speculation. In a crypto ecosystem prone to hype cycles, announcing every pilot could send XRP's price soaring or crashing in ways that undermine the very stability needed for institutional adoption. But there is also a deeper strategic dimension. Ripple's so-called silent strategy compresses potential energy. Each undisclosed agreement is a spring held tightly in place, waiting for the right regulatory moment to be released. Now that Ripple has survived its bruising SEC trial with XRP legally clarified as not a security in secondary markets, industry observers are asking, how many of these springs might be unleashed? And how quickly? What's known publicly hints at the scale. Ripple has worked with the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority, the Bank of England, Santander, and numerous remittance firms across Asia and Latin America. Beyond those, the picture blurs. Community sleuths and industry insiders point to rumored engagements with JPMorgan, Visa, BlackRock, and even international bodies like the IMF and BIS. None of these claims can be confirmed, but the consistency of the whispers raises an unsettling question. Is Ripple already more deeply embedded in the global financial plumbing than regulators or markets realize? Critics argue the opacity is intentional obfuscation, allowing Ripple to inflate its relevance without providing hard evidence. Supporters counter that NDAs are simply the price of doing business at the institutional level, where billion-dollar contracts move under wraps until both parties are ready to disclose. Both views may hold truth, but either way, Ripple's silence is shaping the narrative. Instead of proving XRP's adoption through press releases, Ripple is building a mythology, one where every NDA is a hidden bridge, every rumor a potential pipeline, every sealed contract a glimpse of an invisible network already humming beneath the surface. The stakes are high. If Ripple's silence masks an actual global rollout, XRP could emerge as a critical settlement asset for central banks, financial institutions, and corporates, transforming its perception from speculative coin to digital backbone. If the NDAs amount to little more than exploratory pilots, Ripple risks overpromising a future that never arrives. For now, the truth remains locked away by design. Ripple has chosen to let its partners dictate the timeline of disclosure, ensuring that the world will only know the full scope of its reach when those behind the NDAs decide it serves their interest. Until then, the silent strategy continues, a global adoption story written in invisible ink, waiting for the right light to make it legible.